All right, intro, go.
Straight from the lair, deep within the caves of Brooklyn, found only someplace you can't know. We bring you to this week's episode of
The Moe and O Show.
I'm Mo Morales.
I'm Omar Gonzalez.
Welcome to our lair.
That's right. We're friends that love to hang out. We talk comics. Should we talk comics today?
We'll get to it.
Yeah. Well,
You know
if
what?
we don't get to it,
Don't force it on me, bro. Don't force it on me, bro.
I actually do want to talk about something really quick. I wanted to tell you one thing I was concerned with is having like cheap. Well, it's because I'm cheap. But one thing I was concerned with was having home security. Do you know what I found?
What did you find?
So there's Arlo.
How low is Arlo?
You ever see like Pet Detective?
Yes.
He's like,
You are him.
yeah, I know. Everybody says that. Alrighty then. Anyway, Arlo, if you don't know, I'm not sponsored by Arlo.
Could be. Reach out to us. Let us know.
What if we were sponsored by? I would love Arlo because I like to talk about products that I believe in, and most home security gadgets and devices and home smart devices, they work well, but then you need to upgrade to a monthly fee to get like full features or to get like the cops to come. Who needs that?
So you want to be safe, right? Look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you introductory 3-day processing.
That's right.
And then after that, it's like $150 a minute.
A minute.
You think about it. Get back to us.
So Arlo was what I found, and what was great about Arlo is you just pay straight up for the devices, and then you kind of manage it yourself. My phone is set up where the cameras can pick up any motion, and then I get a buzz in my pocket.
Has it been helpful?
The buzz, very helpful.
Hey now, welcome to Tuesdays.
Just kidding.
Is that why you kept asking me to text you?
Hey, buddy, walk out the front. Motion detection. It's been super helpful. If we've gone away for vacation, we actually had some work done in our house. We actually had like a little bit of porch work done in our house, and we were away, and we got to see like when the workers arrive. We got to see if it was the workers.
Hector, you weren't on time.
Exactly.
Why is that Hector? That's kind of racist.
Yeah, you are a racist.
I am. Anyway, so while you were
actually, his name was Hector.
Oh, was it?
No. Angel.
Angelito.
Yeah.
We call him Pepe.
And he was on time and whatever. Not that I'm checking up on people, but we caught someone on the camera doing bad things.
Tell me about it.
So someone else was getting work done nearby, and these other workers came into our backyard and took some like scrap wood and like went to the other yard. Like they took scrap wood. So I'm on vacation in Williamsburg, and my phone buzzes, movement in backyard.
Movement detected.
And by the way, usually it's like a tree or something. Any kind of leaf motion, it's like zzz, zzz, zzz.
No wonder he bought this one.
Oh, yeah.
Hey now.
Oh, by the way, they make you upgrade. And I have a theory that, you know what? We're not sponsored by frickin' Arlo.
Oh, there it went. Another one.
I have a theory that they
You have
made
a theory that you will never be sponsored.
No,
You ate them all.
that's a definite. That's not
Okay,
a
go
theory. But they came out with an offer that you can upgrade for smart tracking. Like they'll know it's a person instead of leaf.
So look, if you don't want to be buzzed and have your battery die, pay this extra fee.
Totally.
And we got you covered.
Yeah. You hear that? What do you think of that?
You like that, right?
Yeah. Anyway, that's the one negative. But I confronted the workers came the next day. So what was great was I got to confront the people nicely. And I asked them, I said, listen, someone came into our backyard and we were away, and they must have known we were away. But I said nicely, someone came into our backyard and someone came into our backyard and took some, and I said it all in like Spanglish, because my Spanish. Mira, alguien entró en la...
Yeah. If you guys ever watch Frank Perdue do Spanish commercials.
Yes. Alguien entró atrás de la casa y se llevaron madera.
And then he said, like a man, say it again.
Por favor. Anyway, they were so embarrassed that they got caught because of the Arlo. They didn't know it was an Arlo, but the Arlo was hiding and recording. And this could translate to maybe keeping your house safe or... and it has an alarm if I wanted to, either call the police or scare someone away. If you're on vacation, you can push a button and it sets off a crazy 100 decibel alarm.
Wow.
But cheap for security of your house. I think the whole kit with 2 cameras and the hard drive that it comes with, the little device, it was like $400.
Which out of pocket to have it set up without the little upgrade, it's still pretty great price.
Great.
Because you'll end up spending more than that within the first year.
Yeah, on a monthly.
With the monitoring, and sometimes, and obviously if you have this product for 3-4 years, how much money have you saved?
Yeah, I'll give you another funny Arlo story. That we had a sign. We knew a package was coming and we were going to be away for 3 days. So we put a sign up to the UPS guy. Please leave at a back door. Leave the package at the back door. Thank you. So we filmed the guy and he like walks up to it. He like looks at the sign. He looks around. He like dumps the package on the front door and runs, So like we catch these funny things.
Lazy human beings. If you read the sign, you can't walk around the corner. I have very little faith left in humanity.
Totally.
I really do.
All right, well, let's touch on, we had a great episode on street photography.
Speaking of humanity.
Yeah, exactly. We never did a follow-up. So we got some really cool comments. What were some of the comments we got?
That they hate us. That my voice sounds like charred butter.
No.
Charred butter. That sounds good. Oh, my God.
Charred butter, yeah. Charred butter.
Charred butter.
Charred butter pancakes.
There's deep fried butter.
I didn't know that.
Why? But there's out there. Like, here, let me clog this artery directly.
With charred chunky butter.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, so
why don't you tell me? See, I was stalling because I couldn't remember anything.
Oh, is that what the technique was? I didn't understand there.
Politician.
All right, let me tell you. So our friend Georgie, who we love.
Georgie, love
Hey,
you.
Georgie. Cheers to Georgie.
Salud.
Salud. Clink. He has a special gift because George is great at
he can make monks who've taken a vow of silence speak.
Exactly. He's got the gift of...
He doesn't sell you anything, but you're buying.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a smooth, amazing, great human being.
Genuinely super nice. And people can read each other. And they say 9 seconds, someone can read where you're coming from. He's like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
He's a nice person.
Yeah, he's and we're not just saying that because we might owe him money later on. But no, he's a really nice guy.
Love Georgie. Yeah. So he had a great comment, which is, you know what? Your vibe was bad if you're doing street photography, sneaky around. And his suggestion was to go up to people. Now, he has the benefit of that energy. And I would like to add to his comment that if you have that vibe of friendliness and a smile that someone can pick up quickly, your chances of success for a photograph go up.
I'm sorry, he's in the wrong business. He should have been a salesperson. And it's just, I guess if you're doing it for a living, it won't be as genuine anymore. But he's such a wonderful, warm, genuine human being. Yeah. So it comes right through. And I've been with him and seen him do something like that. He'll just say, hey, I like what you're doing.
You look cool, man.
Yeah, exactly. He sells it. He's telling that person, like, I'm doing you a favor because you look so awesome. The world needs to see this, or at least my camera, at least right now.
Yeah.
So his technique is awesome. Again, we've gone on photo walks over the years, and I've seen him do that, and it's been amazing to watch him work. So I will believe his tip. Yeah.
So that's one suggestion we got is just approach people. And again, we had said in street photography, if someone says no, they say no. Like, you're just gonna have to put up with the rejection. Second great comment we got is very helpful for street photography is to look like a tourist, to actually be looking like you're just excited to be in the city.
Loud Hawaiian shirt included.
And part of my problem is that we grew up.
You're too city.
Yeah.
You're too.
And they know it.
They're like, yo, this guy's from around here. Why is he trying to take my picture?
The vibe is I'm walking, like, we have a strut when we walk through the city because you don't want to be mugged. Right away, they know that we're from there, even though we're from New Jersey.
Don't. It makes it sound like it's weak because we're from New Jersey.
No, but
I will throttle you.
Look at my guns. Those of you watching the video, I'm going to be like this.
He's going to be flexing the rest of it. Okay, JJ. That's my son. My son is Flexosaurus.
Oh, yeah. He's always like,
he doesn't
The
move.
Store is over there.
I've had to take pictures over of my son because he wasn't flexing in that photo.
Oh, God.
I love him.
All right, so so that was one suggestion, and I saw something great that someone mentioned in street photography. I don't know if you think this is cool, but hold the camera out and pretend you're like while smiling, you're doing video of like New York, and then like electronic shutter shoot. What do you think of that method?
I like that. It's nice. That's a nice idea. If you're shooting with, like, for instance, if I carry around my Fuji X100S, I could silent shutter it and easily act like I'm filming while I'm clipping slightly.
I thought that was a great suggestion.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
Yeah, so the guy I saw, it was, we're getting some of these suggestions from Digirev with Kai, tips for how to, it's a great video. We'll link it up below, but the street photographer he was talking to had that great suggestion, looking like a tourist and walking around all dorky. So I like that. I don't know if I can pull off dorky, so it's going to be a stretch.
Just like you. Stretch Armstrong.
All right, cool. Third one. Oh, I wanted to ask you your opinion of this because someone had brought up the comment. Remember the guy who thought I was taking a picture of him? Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on if someone approaches you and said, yo, let me see that picture you took?
There's two automatic thoughts on that one, okay? One is he intimidating me? Am I worried about not showing him the photo? If the person intimidates me, and, you know, intimidation comes in many forms, you know. If I feel uncomfortable because this guy's approached me, I might show him the picture just to help ease the situation.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on his approach.
Even saying like, oh, I thought you were really, you know, going back to like, I thought you were really cool.
Here, let me show you.
Yeah.
Let me show you. This is so cool.
Yeah. Once you turn it around.
Yeah, like, this is so cool. Check it out. Boom. Or if it's some, you know.
Some dweeb.
Like, look, kid, back up.
Back up. You ain't seeing crap.
9 out of 10 times, though, I find it's easier to show the photo regardless. Unless you know you're a jerk and you just took a picture you probably shouldn't have.
That was me. And
No. You didn't take a picture of him looking awkward, doing something wrong.
You're right.
That's what
you
I
mean. That's what you mean.
I mean, if you've just taken a picture of someone doing something that you wouldn't want photographed of yourself.
Or we mentioned like homeless people is the easy target.
Yeah. So something that if you're ashamed of taking that picture and being confronted, then you shouldn't have taken that picture.
It's true. And I have felt ashamed sometimes from taking photographs. If I was confronted, like, because I used to take pictures of people at their worst or something that I thought was interesting.
I don't take street photography of people that if I got confronted, I'd be ashamed to share.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, you're going to eliminate 3,000 problems by just saying, yo, it was cool, check it out.
Yeah.
And then if they like, yo, delete that, then just, all right. And they watch you delete it.
Agreed.
So, again, I'm going to show the picture 9 out of 10 times, whether I'm intimidated or whether, you know, I think it's a cool picture. I always have the same approach.
Totally.
I sell it back to them like, yo, this was so awesome. Hey, check it out.
Yeah, totally. So that brings up the question of methods of street photography, because we had talked about this off camera, but we saw a photographer. His name is Bruce Gildan. Mm-hmm. And his method of street photography, there's a YouTube video on him. We'll link it up below too, and we'll put pictures he does here. His method, I mean, we actually quote him here. He says he has no ethics. He basically will walk around with a camera and a flash and basically jump in front of people and take a photograph and keep walking. And he's looking for compelling photographs and characters in New York City. He even says if you smell the street in the photograph, it's good street photography.
Right.
So like I follow him there. But now we're talking about methods of photography, like the dorky tourists pretending to film versus jumping in front and getting
the
really
aggressive
close.
Jump scare photographer.
Exactly.
And to me, he's made a great living doing it. Mm-hmm. He's good at doing this. And I'm not one to poo-poo on other people's work.
Good point.
But I'm gonna a little bit here. You know, hopefully he doesn't find me and punch me. But honestly, I mean, first of all, before I get into that, what do you think of the actual quality of the work?
Well, I was going to mention that. I mean, if you go to a museum and you see different paintings, you know some resonate with you, and then some others are like, this is a white canvas with a blue dot. I hate it.
It's not even centered.
Totally, and that's a real artist, you understand? So he's making art, and we can critique art. So if I'm critiquing art, I'm not a fan of his... He's not technically sound, which in street photography, like, you can get away with it in street photography. But I don't like the photographs.
You know what? Here's.
But that's my opinion, you know. And let us know below in the YouTube comments.
Look at his stuff.
Yeah.
Check out the little video that's on him, and then let us know. Don't just comment blind. Oh well, he shouldn't do it. No, he has.
Good point. Don't comment blind because you have to. I hate to interrupt, but I hated him at first, and then started to understand what he was doing.
Right, and I think the whole thing is that, I just. Because I know how the photo was taken, I feel uncomfortable looking at it.
That's a great point.
And
but if you only saw the photo,
yeah, if I only saw the photo, I still would feel kind of like because they're awkward photos. They're not. They're aggressive photos. The person 9 out of 10 times looks scared. So his technique resonates with millions of people probably. I just feel I feel dirty looking at these pictures. I feel uncomfortable. I feel the fear and the shock in the people in the subject's eyes, and that makes me uncomfortable looking at the photo. Now, I love photography that moves me and stirs me, but this is not a feeling I'm looking for when I'm looking at photos.
I could see what you're saying, and I'm gonna sort of relate in the movie Seven. You know, the Seven with Brad Pitt and stuff.
What's in the box?
So in the movie Seven, Kevin Spacey's character, and by the way, Kevin Spacey now like ruined that freaking movie.
Do we have to cut that out now because you mentioned his name?
Oh gosh, Kevin Spacey says to get people's attention nowadays, you can't tap them on the shoulder. You have to hit them over the head with a sledgehammer.
Right.
And I feel that that's what his photographs do. But I do feel uncomfortable, like you say.
And there is a market for that. There is a venue of people who are looking for that kind of shot. Because remember, we live in a society where we're
bombarded.
People just love to watch car accidents. People just love to
Facebook
follow.
Lives of yeah.
So there is a world out there where his work is loved, appreciated, and they can't wait to see his next one.
Yeah, yeah.
I just grew up differently, and to me, I don't want to see someone looking that scared. I don't want to see people looking of like what just happened.
Yeah,
you know?
That's a great point. Deer in the headlights, not for me. Yeah. So I'm interested into like exploring more styles of getting street photography because I like to be hidden, like I've mentioned many times. But I definitely want to try the next genre, which is Georgies. Go up to people and say, "Hey, you look cool." The only thing is, what you lose a little bit there.
You lose a little bit. You do. But it's just something you have to take. So either you take the shot and then tell them when they look at you like, hey, that was a cool picture. Thanks a lot. And just keep walking.
Yeah. You know who does that? I was just going to tell you. There's a guy named Eric Kim who someone said in the comments to go, well, finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Well, that was it. Like, just you're going to lose a lot by asking someone. But at the same time, you can gain another view of it. Like you could tell them, hey, like, can you just do that again? Yeah. I mean, it's not natural street photography, but we're not in a world of rules. We're in a world of improvisation. Like what happens, happens.
Yeah. Think about the final goal. The final goal is
you want to tell a story.
You want to tell a story, and it takes place, in an urban street environment, and you're capturing something for history. And it's got to be. It can't just be someone on their phone sitting at a curb.
No, it's got to be like. Since you mentioned Kai earlier,
Kai.
I used to love his. I miss him being on Digital Rev. I don't see him as much on his regular channel.
Yeah.
I am subscribed and I like his work still. I have no idea. I guess the algorithm doesn't give him to me as much as he used to. But I used to love him on
streets of Hong Kong.
On the streets of Hong Kong, taking pictures of butchers, people chopping fish up.
Yeah.
I mean,
and do you remember how he would take his pictures? Just walking down the street and just like clock.
Yeah, he wouldn't be sneaky, but he wouldn't be overt about it either.
Yeah.
So he would just like kind of like pull out his camera, whip it, snap it, and keep moving.
And Hong Kong's so crowded that most people didn't even care what he was doing. Yeah. But he always had pictures of. He was great. He had pictures of people in
pushing
city life.
carts,
living city life.
Yeah, smoking a cigarette, and that's what I appreciate about that. And I think you're gonna lose something. So you have two choices: ask the person. We've already discussed this. Ask the person, or just take it and then. Be ready to deal with what's going to come next.
Yeah.
If it's going to be confrontational, diffuse it, be ahead of it, be like,
oh, here's what I'm doing.
Like you could...
Right, here's what I'm doing. Here,
if you could read a person's face, right, I can. Instantly, you're going to know whether they're really upset about that photo. If that happens, once you read it in their eyes that they're not happy, start pulling the camera and pushing it towards them with the screen up. And like, yo, hey, check this out. Look what I just took.
There's so many things. We're humans. We can come up with a bunch of ways that are easy for you. I bet you can, if you play off like being naive and being like cute, and you could get away with a lot of stuff.
Here's one way. I think if you have a family, a large family, or you go to barbecues, you go to parties, one of the ways to practice your street photography is to take pictures of your own family.
Great point.
When they're not expecting you to take a picture of them.
You get a 35mm lens.
And they're going to give you a more raw reaction because you're family.
Yeah.
And that's going to help you develop that, am I going to be a flight guy? Am I going to be, apologetic, or am I going to explain? This will help get you ready in a safer environment. No one's punching you at home.
Unless Uncle John is there.
Yeah, he's been drinking again.
It's my house. You know what it is?
Edith.
And if you don't like it, you can get out.
Get out.
So let's give some tips. So DigiRev, that was a great video. Again, watch it below. We mentioned the pretend to be watching a movie, but here's another good one. If you're doing that style of photography, street photography, where you're just trying to grab moments, forget your settings. Set your camera to auto or P mode and just shoot. Just like totally get moments. Just let the camera do all the work.
Because ultimately, you're not going to really have time to set up and have a shallow depth at 1.8 with shutter speed 7,000, 8,000. So you might as well let the camera do all the hard parts for you
until you're more comfortable.
And then just get the shot.
Get the shot.
Get the shot
with
your phone.
Get the shot.
I don't know.
Come on.
Get out of here with that.
We're going to put it right here.
What to do? I never had to give an adrenaline shot.
You've never given an adrenaline shot?
I never had to, all right? I don't go toy pop with a bunch of bubble gummers. My friends can handle their
Get
highs.
the shot!
Look, I am if you let me.
I someone stop
Well,
you.
stop talking to me. Start talking
Get
to
the
her.
shot! Right.
Get the shot. Pulp Fiction.
What part?
The heart part. Remember the overdose.
Get the shot?
They're arguing back and forth with like...
No, I remember the part. I just don't remember the words.
It's a great line. John Travolta. Get the shot! Anyway, we'll link it up below.
Get the shot.
Other things. Create your own luck. So if you are continuously like walking and scanning and walking and looking, a lot of times that's terrible. You just end up with like hundreds of bad, quick photos.
Of a car.
Exactly. Or a kid or a bike or someone on their phone. Instead, create your own luck by standing around a corner, crouch down or sit down. Maybe use your flip screen where you can look down at the flip screen and wait for moments to come to you. Like make your own luck.
I like that.
Right?
I like that. You're not hidden. You're not in the way either.
You're not in the way. People are coming by.
And what that also induces subconsciously is the level of comfort of the familiar.
Yeah.
Your mind is walking through this area. You see that person from far away sitting there.
Yeah.
And you notice him with his camera. So you will either automatically be paranoid about that, or you'll just accept it. The closer you walk, he's gonna be out of your mind in a few minutes.
Yeah, in New York, they'll be like, "That's a tourist. Keep walking." They don't know what you're doing. People will look at you because any kind of strange thing in New York gets glanced at. But as soon as they assess that you have you
become familiar with the environment, and they accept you as part of that environment, and they just ignore you after a while. So
absolutely. So that's a good one. Create your own luck by putting yourself in a nice position to get photographs. I had one suggestion to try the Georgie method of approaching people and stuff, is to get a bunch of little Instagram Moo Cards and just, when you approach someone, say, "Hey, I'm doing this project, of cool people in New York," or something friendly, and then have a card ready. I have a card ready. If I can take your portrait, I would love to share it with you. Instead of saying, "I'm going to take your picture," which sounds like aggressive, say, "I want to make a portrait of you."
Yeah, that's a great idea, because if your card has your Instagram handle on it, they can see your work, and if it has a generic Gmail email on there, they can reach out to you to get that photo.
Totally.
I like that idea. It's semi-disarming, because obviously they'll feel not that they're gonna sell you, let you babysit their kids, but they'll feel a level of comfort and trust develop.
You have probably like 0.2 seconds to get your...
You disarm them a little bit by giving them your information. They can check you out right away and stuff like that. So that's pretty...
Do you let people like on the street, anyone who comes up to you, what's your MO as far as like, "Excuse me," as soon as you hear that in New York? "Excuse me."
Well, me?
Yeah.
I keep walking.
That's right.
I keep walking.
That's why I say you have like 0.2 seconds to sell. I'm going to make your portrait.
Because that's the problem. Everyone's selling you something.
Totally.
So that's why you're going to keep walking. Especially you got a camera in my face, and especially where Spider-Man is charging you $50 to stand next to him in a picture. You hear, "Excuse me," you're just moving. You're keeping them to move, especially if you're from there. If you're not from around there, you may turn around, you may stop.
I see people stop all the time. Yeah. "Excuse me." "Yes."
And I think,
"You want my credit card?"
I think those are your victims. Is the tourist people. Those are the ones you could probably
This is what we do. No. And they know.
Moving.
They know if you're from there. That's the thing. The scammers.
They don't even get mad at you. And they move on to the next.
Yeah. They don't even get mad. You're right. So anyway, street photography, so interesting to talk about, and I still love that. I'm learning and that I'm bad at something. I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting to get to the next level. I'm not there yet.
Here's what we're gonna do for both you.
Oh gosh, we have another project. I'm still on the personal project.
No. First of all, how are you on that? Have you started that?
Still need 4 more.
Oh man, so I've got I put my stuff out on Instagram. I put out hey, I want to do some shoots. I'm giving away 3 photo shoots. Hit me up.
Totally, you got one.
I got 6 people lined up because I had so much of a turnout that I've actually. I said in the request, I said if I don't reach out to you, it's just because I didn't accept you.
Okay, got it.
But I'm going to review them all. So I reached out to 6 people. I got about 50 requests.
Hey, listen, even if the 6 people or the quote rejects don't fit into the project you have an idea, I think I would find the project for them.
So here's let me,
you know what I'm saying? Like
let me take it back.
You have the forest idea? Like,
No. Let me take it back a little bit.
Go.
So when I reached out to people, my idea wasn't for them. I didn't reach out to people based on my project idea. I reached out to people based on the story I got told back. Because my request said, tell me why I should let you be part of the project.
Oh, I thought it was all like everyone's the forest, the woods.
No. That's what it ended up being. Because who I ended up picking
that.
It ended up that they would all fit the Into the Woods thing. But my original concept was no concept.
Okay.
Was I'm going to pick people based on what they're telling me.
So don't you? I'm going to play devil's advocate now, but shouldn't you, as the artist, be like, "Hey, here's my idea for you"?
No. I'm giving you free photography, and my theory was, I said it.
So it's like a collab.
So here's the thing, I'm looking for someone who's not afraid to be in front of the camera, or is looking to wean themselves from being afraid of the camera.
I love that.
So I didn't have a project presented to them, and nor that I had one in mind. My idea was to just get people who want to be photographed.
Cool.
And, that's what I did. So I have 6 people that I'm going to start shooting starting this Saturday coming up, which we won't give you the date because these will all be timed. And who knows when this is coming out. But, I mean, of course, we're just recording this live right now. Whenever you're seeing it, it's being recorded right now.
Hey, Monday morning. Good morning.
So I'm way ahead of schedule. I didn't think I was going to start till October.
Oh man, now the pressure's on me. Okay,
yeah,
so I have one, and I have to do others than Valentina's.
Your trick worked though, because I forgot my plan was for a few minutes ago what I was going to tell you to do on a side note. But
well, here's the personal project I kind of want to do. I don't know if you have thoughts on this, but like I've always wanted to do. You ever see the photographers that have just one photograph they're trying to take?
Mm-hmm.
Because I take a lot of photographs looking for the photograph, but instead do a Joe McNally. Have the lighting, like 6 speed lights. This one's in the lamp. This one's a blue filter over there. It's a guy that's like, maybe like, it's a dealer or something. Like you have the one photograph you're going to make, and that's the personal project I've never done.
So that's what you're going to do.
That's what I want to do. It's like a painting.
But you first of all, you're about to get really busy. So you have to find a way to come up with the idea that you're actually going to present and actually execute it. And I think you're probably only going to get one project out this year.
I think you're right. I have 4 mitzvahs in the next 2 weeks.
So my idea was that...
Which you're helping me with.
So my idea was that... See how I ignore that, folks?
Yeah.
But my idea was that on a weekend that you're not super swamped, we take a Sunday morning and both you and I go into the city and we shoot.
Yeah, that's fun. But we've done that.
No. We have not gone into the city.
You're right.
On a Sunday morning, we haven't done any together and followed our own tips.
Yeah, you're right.
And we're going to put them to work.
You're right.
And see how they work, and then we'll come back here. We probably won't take video of us doing it.
Well,
you're going to make it awkwarder.
There's Aquaman and Awkwarder.
Yeah. First of all, my name is Mo, and there's something called Moisms.
Okay, so you're saying put your money where your mouth is?
I'm saying, like, here we are telling all these people what we think they should do.
And then I'm going to bed.
When in reality, we all know your history with street photography, your new developed anxiety towards it.
Absolutely.
And we should go out there and put these to the test and see which ones we believe in New York City will be real world
great idea.
Good advice.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone's different, but what's good for us? Like,
right. I will run with a couple of these ideas. You could run with a couple of these ideas, and then we can see which ones are not going to be realistic, and we'll come back and say, listen, remember what we said in that other video? Don't do that.
Don't do it. I got punched in the face.
Don't do that. The swelling will go down eventually. But yeah, and I think it's a really great idea. First of all, I'm also just looking for more Omar, hanging out with Omar time. So
absolutely,
that'd be a perfect way to help ourselves, help the people out there watching, and figure out that street photography is not the bear everyone wants to make it.
So what's your idea?
So we'll go to Times Square.
Yes.
Sunday morning, and we'll just shoot. We'll stay in the area
Where
of
Grover is. And
Grover, Spider-Man, and the naked cowboy. He's not really naked, though. He wears underwear.
For those of you that not from this area or
Or have
haven't
been here.
visited New York, Times Square has a bunch of riffraff trying to get money. They dress up in character suits. So you'll see Minnie
Dingy,
Mouse.
dirty character suits. Don't ever touch them.
Don't touch them. Don't take a picture with them because they
they'll
want
charge you.
$5.
Yeah, they'll charge you.
Aggressively. And they're also copyright infringement.
Yes.
I'm going to go up to them. Are you aware that...
Listen, Article 17, Blue 44 says that you cannot eat ice cream on this. Ice cream. It all comes back to ice cream.
So anyway, that was great, man. And so let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know how I'm going to feel Sunday morning after shooting an event, but yes.
Well, we'll figure it out. If it has to be Sunday morning, so that way we can still get to B&H and chill out at B&H for a minute or two.
Totally.
I love B&H.
All right, man.
All right, wait. Screenshot time. Oh, that's...
There it is.
All right, Omar, thanks a lot.
All right, man.